Hello, my name is Don Berg. I'm the founder of Schools of Conscience and Attitutor LLC. The main problem in K-12 schooling today is that national and state policies assume that education consists entirely of delivering content into the heads of students. If that were the case, then it would be perfectly logical to standardize the delivery of and accounting for that content. That assumption is why we have seen huge investments in using high-stakes testing and attempting to impose a standardized curriculum. Unfortunately, those test scores are vanity metrics. They give decision-makers the illusion that they know something useful. And the standardization that follows from that misunderstanding of learning only deals with the explicit curriculum. According to cognitive scientists, the truth is that the foundation of education is the support of primary needs, in the same way that roots are the foundation of a tree. If you neglect or destroy the roots of a tree, then you cannot expect healthy leaves and fruit. Supporting primary needs, also known as nurturing, leads to well-being. In education, neglecting primary needs, that is, failing to nurture, leads to poor outcomes for both students and teachers. Scientists have observed for decades that there are chronic problems with nurturing in K-12 schools. The cause of those chronic problems with nurturing is the hidden curriculum. The hidden curriculum is how brains interact with policies. Neither brains nor policies are directly observable in the classroom, yet they both put limits on what can happen there. This means that those multi-billion-dollar investments could only succeed if they produced a hidden curriculum that supports nurturing. Given what we know from the science, then producing a hidden curriculum that supports nurturing requires that we gather well-being data as the basis for judging the effects of the hidden curriculum. Schools of Conscience, in partnership with Attitutor LLC, build the nurturing capacity of K-12 schools by helping schools gather that kind of data. Schools of Conscience is an association of schools and their allies. We will accredit member organizations based on their ability to provide for the well-being of their learning communities. If a school fails to nurture their teachers and students, then accreditation will not be granted until they succeed. The long-term success of our mission also requires that we build a powerful network to ensure that well-being and nurturing enter the public dialogue and ultimately become enshrined in public policies in order to produce hidden curriculums that support nurturing. Attitutor LLC develops and supports the tools for managing the hidden curriculum. We share the tools we develop through professional development workshops, consulting services, and licensing. That includes the system for well-being data collection. We also produce media that promotes the role of nurturing in education. The secret sauce for this project is the combination of tried and true business models with well-established scientific insights. And the two innovations that set us apart are, first, using the Attitutor learning tree to organize the well-established science behind our work, and more importantly, the strategic decision to pursue accreditation as a means to systemic educational change. The business model for Schools of Conscience includes revenues from membership dues and accreditation fees. Our frontline staff will each be responsible for relationships across the spectrum of education options in a specific geographic area, including all kinds of schools, homeschool groups, and their allies. We also produce events to build the strength and resilience of our network. The business model for Attitutor LLC includes revenues from intellectual property licensing, providing professional development workshops, consulting services, and media production. A train-the-trainer system will be a crucial component for spreading the use of the Attitutor learning tree model. We will eventually partner with media producers rather than creating our own media for outreach, which raises the question of how we will position ourselves in the accreditation world. Advance Ed is the dominant giant of accreditation. Their model focuses on academic delivery and organizational stability. All the other accreditation bodies are much smaller and tend to have some ideological branding, such as a religious perspective or a particular educational philosophy, like Montessori or Waldorf. There are numerous schools that have both advanced ed and religious accreditations. We will position ourselves to be a parallel accreditation in a similar way. All the existing accreditation bodies make only a cursory nod to the proper role of well-being because they lack a mechanism for withholding accreditation for lacking that foundation. Since our goal is nurturing, not actually accrediting, licensing the well-being data system to other accreditation bodies is an important option we will keep open. Our first 2 school members have no accreditation at all. They already emphasize well-being more than academics without ideological branding, so that makes all the existing accreditation systems irrelevant to them. And there are hundreds of schools like them throughout the world. Our system for ensuring we reach out to all our potential members is called Choose Ed. When we started gathering information for our own purposes, we discovered that there are no comprehensive and continuously updated, publicly available online guides to education options. This means that parents do not have easy access to all of the options in their area, and schools themselves do not have good information about the state of their local market. We figure we're going to get it anyway, so why not share it? We've also designed an annual event called Quixotic to help strengthen the network we are building. The idea is to have a combination of an entertaining evening with a few public talks followed by a mini conference for educators and their allies to go deeper into both the ideas presented and getting to know each other. Speaking of getting to know each other, let me introduce you to Melody Dawn, the project manager for Choose Ed. She was a teacherpreneur for 7 years in Arizona after she left classroom teaching. She owned and operated a tutoring program that used individualized curriculum to enable substantial academic growth for thousands of students. As for me, I've been a teacherpreneur for over 2 decades and have also helped run other small businesses. My psychological research has been published by the Journal for the Experimental Analysis of Behavior and the international journal Other Education. Portland State University math professor Joyce O'Halloran is a member of Attitutor LLC. She is an innovative instructor, runs a 4-H llama club, and has been a small business owner for decades. Neil Eisenberg, who has extensive experience in both the nonprofit and IT worlds, has just recently joined our advisory board. While the foundations of this project have been years in the making, we've only just started team building within the last couple months, so we are still putting together our team. Schools of Conscience will become a separate entity after we have enough member schools to organize a separate board. As an early stage startup, we also recognize that there are a lot of unknown factors, but we want to put our assumptions to the test, and that's where you can help. The traction that we have achieved in just a couple months includes 2 member schools and 8 allies who pay monthly membership dues. We ask for dues monthly because we want our members to understand that our success requires an ongoing commitment. Your support is far more effective when it is modest but ongoing. This allows us to put more focus on growing a committed membership and getting the tools developed and distributed, not on beating the bushes to raise replacement funds every month or year. If you agree that the nurturing capacity of K-12 schools should be built up, then I encourage you to help out. We believe that hundreds and hopefully thousands of schools would like to become accredited based on how well they support the well-being of their students and teachers. Even schools that have traditional accreditation will want to add this feather to their marketing cap. People like you are helping by becoming members with a monthly contribution. We also encourage you to work with the leaders at your school or your child's school to make membership a priority. Either way, you can sign up at teachkidsattitudefirst.com/join. Thanks for watching.